Before getting into today's episode, we'd like to thank Mac Performance PT for sponsoring the Walk On Pod. For more on their services and contact information, click the link in our Instagram bio where you will be led to their website. Mac Performance PT, helping Sacramento athletes live life without limits. Thank you for tuning back into the Walk On Pod. Shout out to Jared for working hard hours to get this one set up. And shout out to our man Ike, our special guest here with us today. Ike Iroegbu is with us today. We've been working hard to get this one together. He's got a really good story, and I'm excited to bring this one to you guys. Ike, appreciate you being on here with us, man.
Appreciate y'all, man. I know it's with me being overseas, it's kind of tough trying to get the times right, and I know you guys got busy schedules as well. So I'm just glad we can get it in at the right time.
Sure.
Yeah, no,
Happy
we
to have you
appreciate
on,
you,
man.
Yeah, we're excited to hear what you got to say.
Sure.
Man, for us, man, we're starting the day off on the right note. I mean, what
Yeah.
what better place to start than with the Walk On Pod? So,
Sure.
like I said, I'm excited. But yeah, well, the floor is yours. You can kind of tell us your story, where you are, how you got there, and everything, and we'll go from there.
Yeah. So just start from the very beginning, or
Yeah, wherever you want to start.
I guess I'll start from the very beginning. So basketball really wasn't even my first sport, honestly. Soccer was my first sport for me and my brothers. I know you guys know, but for the people listening, I got two brothers, Chooks and UC. Chooks is the older brother, the oldest brother. I'm the middle, and UC is the youngest. We all played soccer to begin with, because my mom, my parents, they both came from Nigeria. So, and my mom had a thing where like she didn't want to sit in the house all day, so she had us just outside running around playing soccer, put us on teams, and we're all similar in age. Like Chooks is I think 18 months older than me, and I'm 18 months older than UC, so we're all very close. And we always had a basketball in our backyard though. So what happened was we were playing soccer, everything was cool. Each of us on three different teams, and then we go to the Salvation Army down in Oak Park, and we're all on different teams there too. So my parents got three kids and six teams to deal with, and that's a lot of practices and a lot of different game times and stuff like that. So one day, my mom, she brought us into the living room, and she made us all go into one corner of the house and write down which sport we wanted to play. We had to pick a sport. And the thing, I'm glad my mom did that because both my parents are the firstborns in their family, and they both understand the influence a firstborn can have on the other siblings and stuff like that. So that's why she had us split up. And then we all three of us wrote down that we wanted to play basketball. And then we kind of just took it from there. And that's where the love for basketball really started, right then and there when we were all playing in the backyard, and then going to Salvation Army, and then just continuing to grow. And then after that, went to middle school, started middle school down in downtown Sacramento. Loved it, had a great time there. And then went to Franklin High School for 2 years before transferring to Oak Hill Academy, which was pretty cool. Won a national championship at Oak Hill my junior year. My senior year, we were okay. I think we lost a lot of games. Well, to Oak Hill standards, we lost a lot of games. I think we lost like 5 or 6 games, and we ended up being like 35-6 or 35-5, one to two. And then after my senior year, I signed to play at Washington State University, and it was like my whole time there, basketball was like up and down. But we didn't even go to the tournament in all my 4 years. But it is what it is with that. After that, I had a game with the Clippers. And then I signed with the G League team. Was there for my first year as a pro. Went to Germany for 6 months. Then parted ways with that team. Went to finish the season in Lithuania. Then went back to the G League in DC. It was a really up and down year with them. Then COVID happened. Went back to Germany. Didn't like it at all. Then went to France. Played really well. After that, I had a Nigerian national team. We beat Team USA. That was cool. Then I got cut from the team going into the Olympics. That was weird, but it is what it is with that one. Went to Israel, played really well in Israel. Then last season I was in Italy, did my thing in Italy, and now I'm in Spain.
There we go. Rundown. Bam, bam,
Yeah,
bam.
Jared, you're on mute.
Yeah, that was like a whirlwind of like. There's a lot going on
It
there.
was a lot, bro. It was a lot. It's been a lot. Especially these last few years, man. It's been kind of crazy. Yeah.
Ike, I was curious. Just I know that's it's been documented in your stint in the G League and kind of jumping back and forth. What do you feel like helped you get through that the most? As far as like I see you work out every day. I know like your mentality and stuff, but a lot of people don't like understand that, just like being in limbo, and how did you deal with that mentally?
Honestly, for me, in the world of basketball, there's so many things that are out of your control, especially like politics and stuff like that. And the thing that really got me through it is I always tell myself at the end of the day, bro, no one cares what your situation is. Like, no one really cares. You just gotta do it. You know what I'm saying? Everyone gotta go through it. And no one's situation is perfect. From the last person off the bench to the main star on the team to even LeBron to a guy fighting for a spot in the league. No one's situation is perfect, you know what I'm saying? So, and no one really cares. You just gotta. It's either you get it done or you don't. So that type of thing has really helped me get through things. Just like at the end of the day, you gotta be consistent with the work you put in. So when your time is called, then you're gonna show out and you're gonna take advantage of the moment. So that's something that really helped. And then, of course, with my brand, Just Keep Going Worldwide, is with me constantly tell myself to just keep going each and every day, even when on days I didn't feel like doing things, didn't feel like showing up to sports courts to work out, didn't feel like doing my routine and stuff like that. Those two things really helped me get through the hard times. So that's pretty much it for that.
Definitely. That's already getting some good clip outs right here. We're already on it today.
Gems right away.
Yeah, easy. I wanted to ask, so coming from kind of like a high notable high school, Oak Hill, and going to Washington State, where it's, I know people in Pullman love basketball, and it's a little bit secluded, if you will. But what was that transition like, and what was the experience from going from that type of exposure in high school to Washington State?
It wasn't really all that bad, honestly, because Oak Hill, it's big exposure. We played like a national schedule, flying all over the country and stuff. But when I was in Oak Hill, like on campus, it is in the middle of nowhere. I think we had maybe 200 to 300 kids at the school. It was so crazy, bro. It was like my first 2 weeks, they were terrible. Like, 'cause I'm a West Coast kid, I'm from California, bro. Like, it's all like sunny and rainbows all the time and stuff like that. Over there, it started snowing, and for the first 2 weeks, I was homesick like crazy, bro. But when I transitioned and went to Washington State, I mean, it was the thing about me is like I'm gonna always try to make the best out of any situation. And the thing was, I was like, okay, like now I'm 18. I've been away from my parents for 2 years. I already know how to do that. I know how to the college schedule. I already kind of got used to that at Oak Hill anyway. Work out before school, have a class, probably work out during one of the classes or whatever, then go back to class, stuff like that. Like I've already been doing that for 2 years, so I felt like I was well prepared for the college lifestyle anyway. And it was cool because I had my own dorm room. So when I got there, I was lit, bro.
That's nice.
Yeah. And I asked them, I was like, yo, if I come, like, can I get my own dorm room? They said, for sure, 1,000%. And I was like, all right, cool. So, and everything was close. I could walk everywhere. So I was chilling for real.
Yeah, that's a luxury that I think a lot of people would take for granted, because
Yeah.
sometimes, especially like, because we would drive through Pullman when we would head up to Idaho, and like it could be nasty out there sometimes. So like if you on campus in your own dorm room, I'm sure the comfort was a lot better than off campus somewhere where you
Yeah,
have to
no
really
need for a
put your work.
shower caddy out there, huh, Luke? In your
Bro,
own dorm
crazy,
room.
man. It was crazy. Yeah, 'cause I had my own. I had a roommate and stuff when I was at Oak Hill for a year, but yeah, to having my own dorm room, I felt like I was like, because a lot of the other freshman athletes had roommates, and I might have been the only one without a roommate. So I was like, I was loving it, man. It was good.
Big man on campus already.
That's good
elite
money
right there.
right away.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, had a
Straight
list of
to it.
demands going in. Like, all right, so I need
This dorm room, I need.
Yeah.
I like
That's
it,
funny.
man.
Ike, and then I want to transition obviously college, and we talked about the NBA, G League stuff, and I know you're not going to say anything because you're humble, but you had some like really explosive games in the NBA and stuff like that, and like really put yourself in a position to stay on roster and stuff like that. Obviously, we know that didn't happen. Your experience with the Nigerian national team, the year that you guys did beat USA and stuff like that, how did that all kind of come together? Because I know you've been vocal, and I know you're not the only one, but things aren't super organized, and things aren't maybe not ran the best way or the way that the players would like. So to be able to get through all that, how did all that come together, like with the team and stuff like that?
Man, so when I graduated from Washington State in 2017, that's like when a player graduates from college, that moment from like leaving school to signing is such a weird moment. Like you really don't know what's going on. You're trying to get to the G League, but the G League doesn't. You get out of school in May. G League doesn't happen until like October, November. So it's just like a lot of time where you're just up in the air. People always ask you what's next, and you're like, man, I have no clue. Like you can't talk to agents, and when I was in college, you couldn't talk to agents in college, so you don't know how to like communicate with your agent sometimes. But so Ike Iroegbu, he was the 9th pick in I think I want to say 08, 09. It was either 08 or 09 draft.
Let's see if Tommy's listening. Tommy, listen here.
So then he went to so he went to Arizona State. So Pac-12 and stuff like that. So he had contacted me and was like, "Hey, bro, I'm Ike Iroegbu. We have this thing called AfroBasket, and I think in August of 2017, like we and it's in you'd be playing for Nigerian national team. It's a really big tournament. I think it'd be really good for you." And I'm just like, I don't know AfroBasket. I don't know what that is, bro. And it's like, look, yeah, you seem cool and all, but like, I don't know you, bro. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, so I was just like, I really don't know. So then I started asking around, and some people were like, nah, like it's a good thing, you should do it. So then I called him back, and I was like, all right, bro, like I'm gonna do it. So I go in there and I'm just playing, and I end up playing really well. End up getting first team all AfroBasket. We get to the championship, but end up losing to Tunisia. But that was like a big thing because at the time I was like 23, and no one really expected like a 23-year-old to really play as well as I was playing. So then, so that's when it started. And Ike Iroegbu would always tell me, like, look, man, like it starts here for the next 4 years. Like we got to do this tournament, that tournament, got to do all these different tournaments to get us to the Olympics. And he's like, man, you're gonna like lead the way from the PG spot. And I was like, all right, bro, like I'm with you. We got to put the time in. We got to put the time in. So over the next from 2017 to 2021, we were gonna actually. At that time, we were thinking the Olympics was going to be in 2020, but then COVID happened, so they pushed it back to a year to 2021. So over that time, we're playing in these tournaments, we're doing good, and we were actually the first team in the whole world, first country in the whole world to qualify for the Olympics, and that's never been done by an African team before. So that was really cool. So then we got put all this work in, and then it's kind of like we get to the finish line where, all right, we're gonna do these games against USA, against Australia, against Argentina, and prepare us to get to the Olympics. And then that USA game, man, we had that. They announced that in 2019, so I think I had that circled on my calendar for like 2 years, bro. So then going into that game, bro, that day was so crazy So we wake up and we go down. We're in Vegas. We wake up from our hotel room, go down to a meeting, and we're going over to scout. And this shit was so funny, bro. So they have their starting five, and I remember looking at the starting five, and I'm like, this is probably the most talented team I'm ever gonna play against in my life. It was Damian Lillard at the 1, Bradley Beal at the 2, Jason Tatum at the 4, KD at the 5. Dame at the 1, Beal at the 2, Tatum at the 3, KD at the 4, and then Bam Adebayo at the 5. And they're like, all right, guys, this is Damian Lillard. And they just started saying like his strengths and weaknesses. And I'm just like, bro, like I watch this dude highlights every day, bro. You don't gotta tell me the strengths and weaknesses, you know what I'm saying? So they just went down the line. I'm just like, this is hilarious, bro. Like I feel like, bro, we really don't need to say much because I really know how every guy on this team plays already. But it is what it is. So went through the scout and stuff. And then we get to the arena and everyone's warming up. I think I was in the first group that warmed up, and then I get on the court and I see KD on the other side, and I'm seeing him warm up, and I see him miss, and then once I saw him miss, it kind of clicked for me. I was like, oh, he missed just like everyone else. So then we get through the warm up, and then I get back to the locker room, and I'm looking around at, I'm seeing everyone's demeanor, and everyone's like really calm and just shoulder shrug, like it's another game. So I was like, okay, like I like what I'm seeing out my teammates right now, because that's something I do before every game. I kind of look at my teammates and see how they're feeling. So then the game goes on. We start off real hot. Gabe went crazy in the first quarter. He did his thing, and then I didn't even get in the first quarter. I got in the second quarter. Pretty sure I hit a 3, and then second quarter, second half, it's getting close. I hit another 3, like with a few minutes left in the fourth. And then when I hit that 3, KD came down and he hit a 3. And then we come down, ball goes out of bounds on the baseline. We run a play. I end up getting the ball, hit another 3, and then KD came down after that and he hit another 3. So then in my head, I'm like, damn, I just went bucket for bucket with KD. This is pretty cool, bro. So then the game goes on, and the thing is, like, when KD got hot, it was legit like maybe like a minute and a half left in the game. If there was more time on the clock, because it was a close game, I think we ended up winning by like 5 or 6 or something like that. If there was more time on the clock, it could have got real scary for us. And I'm not even gonna lie. So then, we ended up winning, and then we got back to the locker room, and I think people expected us to like be like popping champagne bottles and stuff like that, but everyone was just like shrugging their shoulders, like, "Hey, bro, good game. Like, we really did that. Cool. On to the next one." Like, no one was really tripping and acting too crazy. So that was really good to see. And then we went and played. The next day we played Argentina, and we had smoke for them because we lost to them in the 2019 World Cup. That it's basically what's going on right now overseas. I know the NBA's been posting about it and stuff like that. And yeah, so we lost to them in the World Cup in 2019. So we had smoke for them, beat them like by a good amount. It might have been like 18 or 20 points. And then we played Australia the third day, and guys were kind of burnt out by then. But then we got waxed by them by like I think 20. But that experience was pretty cool because one, got to beat up. Of course, we got to beat USA, and then 2, we got to get payback on Argentina, and then it was just. But when we beat Team USA, we beat them on like a Friday, and we didn't play again till I think Sunday. But when we beat them, it was all anyone was talking about for 48 hours because there was no hoops, no other sports going on. Like NBA was done, football was done. I don't think anything with soccer was going on. So it was all people could talk about for the next 48 hours. We were trending on Twitter. Everyone's followers were going through the roof. Stephen A. Smith started talking about us on First Take. And it was just pretty cool, honestly, to be part of that moment. And then Woj had said something about like our win was like the biggest win in international history or something like that. So that was pretty dope to be a part of that. And then But I just remember my confidence after that. I told myself, like, if I ever like miss a shot or I'm down my shooting ability ever again in my life, I just remind myself, bro, I just went shot for shot with KD, so I'm straight.
Man,
You know what I'm saying?
that's the greatest confidence booster in the world right there.
Exactly, bro. Exactly. So, so yeah, that was cool. And then, but in that game, like we had a lot of guys from the league that were Nigerian pull up to be on the team. That, like I said, you got to do a lot of work to get to the Olympics, and some of those guys, some guys did more work than others to get there. You know what I'm saying? So, when it was time for to make the final roster, I was left off of it, and I was pretty hurt off of that. I'm not even gonna lie to you. So then, so then once that happened, that's when I went to kind of a space to where it's like, do I really want to keep hooping and keep fighting these politics? Because it's like, I know I'm nice and people know I'm nice, but the right people in these powerful positions keep down my game. And it was really getting frustrated for me at the time. So then that's when I really created Just Keep Going Worldwide and really started pushing out JKG and helping out everyone I could help and really pushing a culture to where it's like, if you just keep going, you're going to eventually get to where you want to get to. So so that's the thing I took away from getting cut from Nigerian national team, which was cool because it basically birthed this brand, and now it's like it's doing really well for me. So then, but yeah, like I said, there's a lot of things when it comes to playing for Nigeria that a lot of things that come with it that shouldn't, like the team that went to the Olympics. So we had training camp in Oakland, and that year the Olympics were in Japan. So you would normally fly from Japan straight to Tokyo, just fly west. But the Federation of Nigeria had these guys fly from Japan all the way to Germany, then Germany all the way to Japan, and that was like a legit 25-hour trip. And then it was so bad that they ended up being late for the opening ceremonies. And it was just like, it got to the airport and the opening ceremony started in like an hour, and they had their outfits, and it was no one's outfit was sized correctly. And it was just bad news bears, bro. Like, cause there's a certain way things should be ran, like with professionalism and just we're not like little kids, bro. We're professional athletes, and we're putting our bodies and time on the line for our country. Like, we at least want to be taken care of, you know. I don't ever feel like that's too much to ask, but it is what it is with that. So they asked me to play on the team since then, but I've kind of declined all the invitations, really. But yeah, I just want things. I just want things to be ran correctly, bro. That's all it is. Not over the top. Not to stay in like 5-star hotels every time, but just I want guys to be taken care of, and I don't feel like that's too much to ask for.
No, I think that's totally fair, and I think the other tough thing is that like the hardest part, I feel like, you can tell me if I'm wrong, is like the powers that be or the powers that make those decisions. Like, there's just no way to, like, you have no leverage in that as a player, right? It's like,
Yeah, because it's deeper than sports. It's like it's a whole country, like the government. You know what I'm saying? Like,
exactly.
trying to change a culture. And it's like, and people have contacted me hit me on Twitter, like, nah, bro, like, just play for your country. I'm like, bro, like, it's deeper than that. Cause Nigeria got to get right in itself before you start worrying about basketball. You know, like, this isn't the only sport that they do it to too. Like the women's team, the women's basketball team, the soccer team, the men's national soccer team, like, they got problems as well. So it's like, I just want things to be done correctly. But until then, I won't be a part of that. So and just focus on myself and focus on my brand, and that's pretty much what I'm on now.
I do have one more question on that, Ike, and then we can move on. What is the one, if you did have the power to change things, what would be the one thing? Obviously, you just said have the players being taken care of. But like, what's one thing that you would change like right away if you were able to like have that control?
Man, first thing, it's so many things.
Yes.
No, seriously, there's so many things, but if I had to pick one, man, I would say the per diem. The per diem is crazy, bro. Like man, like I don't want to. It comes to a point where it's like I feel like I'm just so negative, but it's like I'm telling the truth at the same time. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I'm not even really being negative. I'm just telling the truth. Like the per diem is crazy, bro. So you see my younger brother, he just got done playing for Nigeria, played extremely well, killed it in the 2 games. He played for them in 2 games, had 50 points, 10 assists total. And he was there for 14 days. And he was under the impression that they would give him at least $100 a day. So, that's 1,400. But they said they're only playing for 6 days. So you only get paid for those 6 days, and we're only gonna give you $50 a day. So it's like, bro, if you tell me you're gonna give me a certain amount, that's what I'm owed. You know what I'm saying? Like that's exact number. I don't want a penny more, penny less, because that's what I'm expecting. But for you to be like, all right, we're gonna cut the days in half and then cut the money in half too. It's like, come on, bro, that's nasty business. That's not fair. It doesn't make sense to do that stuff, and it's just at the end of the day, it's just not right. So because guys are like I said, guys are putting their careers on the line every time they step on that court, and for Nigerian Federation and the powers that be to do that, it's just like, all right, we'll just go over here and do something else then.
Definitely.
Yeah, so be for sure.
I was gonna say
Very
too.
valid. That's very valid.
Yeah, I was gonna say too, with like you saying like, oh, it sounds like I'm being negative and everything, but like it also takes a lot to be the one to speak up and say something about it.
Yeah, for sure. Because this been going on for a while, bro. It's been going on for a while, and I was even talking to a lot of my friends that played for the team, and I really feel that when I started playing for, like, I'm not trying to take away from anyone that's played for the team before me in any type of way, but I really feel that when I started playing for the team in 2017, like a new generation of hoopers started seeing it and like, so I'm like, oh, like this is pretty cool, bro. Like I'm trying to play for Nigeria, but they didn't know all that went into it. Like they just see like the pictures and yeah, Nigeria across my chest, and like, I'm sure we all know someone that's Nigerian. Like the Nigerian population is crazy all over the world, bro. So and you see the notoriety that comes with it, but you don't see the stuff that we don't tell you about. So I have no problem being the one to speak up and say something, because like what are these guys gonna do? They can't do nothing for me, and they can't do nothing against me anyway, you know what I'm saying? So and if anyone asks, I'm an open book. I'll let you know the ins and outs of how everything went, so it is what it is.
No, that's important, I think. I wanted to ask you more on your professional career overseas and everything. So you talked about kind of the different countries that you've been to, and for those who don't know, I'm assuming it's a bunch of different leagues and playing in a bunch of different places.
Yep.
I kind of just want you to expand on your experiences, because I feel like I have people going through the same experiences right now and stuff, and I think it's something that a lot of people don't really understand, like the ins and outs of it, and how life is really like being a basketball player overseas. So I kind of just wanted you to expand on that and talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, man, it's different, bro. Like my first year overseas was 2018, 19, and I was just so against it, bro. Like I was like, bro, why am I here? I'm not trying to be here right now. I was in Germany. I was in a small town in Jena in Germany. After like the first few weeks, it was just great the whole time, and I was just not receptive to it, you know what I'm saying? And my coach at the time wasn't the greatest. It was the system he had us doing was kind of weird. And at the time, I could shoot, but I really wasn't like consistent. But my whole life, I've always been a shot maker, because I knew at the end of the time, you need someone to make a shot, I can do it. But it just wasn't as consistent as I would have liked. And my coach at the time, it's always so funny when I think about it. He told me, like, no matter what, like, only 1 3 a game. No matter if it goes in or I miss, like I only get 1. Crazy shit, bro.
Yeah,
Cause
that's crazy.
coaches see me and yes, I could get to the basket, but it's like, bro, like I can do other things too. You know what I'm saying? And then when you hear that as a player, it's like you get the opportunity to shoot, and it's just like, do I really want to shoot? Fuck, I better make it. I better not miss, type of thing, you know. So then, yeah, that 6 months I was there was not it. But the thing was, like, we just had the team we had was just a weird setup. So I just ended up parting ways with the team. The GM loved me and the fans really liked me a lot too. So they ended up paying me out my whole contract, which is really nice. And then I signed in late January 2019, I signed and played in Lithuania. And then I was there from January till May, I think. And I was in the Kabelis, Lithuania. And basketball-wise, we had a really good team, and the coach was really good. He was from Serbia, but most Serbian coaches, like, they yell a lot, but he was like let us play. We had like easy sets, nothing too crazy. We just got to go out there and just hoop, and I really like that. But off the court, there was nothing to do, man. There was really nothing to do out there. So I ended up playing really well, I think. And you know the crazy thing about Germany, now I think about it, like, so we had in Germany, you can only play 6 foreigners. For some reason, the team has signed 7. And so that means one guy has to sit out each game. And we had a guy get hurt in preseason, and he was out for 2 months. When he came back, we had too many foreigners. And at the time, I was averaging like 11 points in like 13 minutes, bro. It was something crazy. But I was like one of the youngest on the team. And the coach told me, it's like, since you're the youngest on the team, you're not gonna play. You're gonna be the one that sits out. So I was just like, bro, what is going on? You know what I'm saying? My agent didn't know what was going on. And for people that don't know, if you have an American agent, they'll usually connect you with like a German agent or agent in that country, so you can like have someone to talk to and stuff. And I had one of those at the time, and he didn't even understand why the coach was doing what he was doing. So then I left there, went to Lithuania, played good there, and then when I came back in the summer, I told my agent, like, look, I need to, because I had a good year in the G League my first year. I was like, bro, I need to get back to the G. So then I had my rights traded. Wait, what was the question again, bro?
I just wanted you to kind of talk about it. You're
Oh,
good.
well, yeah. Well, okay, yeah. So yeah, my fault. So then the lifestyle overseas can get kind of crazy because, like, one, time change. If you're from the West Coast and you're playing overseas, the time change is nasty, bro. It's like, I think, like, right now I'm like 9 hours ahead of y'all, and I know you guys just woke up, and I appreciate y'all for that. But if you're in like New York, I'm only like 6 hours ahead of y'all, and that's an easy flight. That's like an easy, like, I think 4 or 5 hour flight. Like, when I'm flying from Cali to like Spain, I think it was like 13 or 14 and stuff like that. Something like, but if you live on the East Coast, it's light for you, you know. But the lifestyle can get kind of tough if you're not in a place where you don't see much sun, or there's really not a lot going on. You got to find things outside to do, like other stuff. Cause like, yeah, like basketball is one thing, but you got to have a life outside of basketball, bro.
Sure.
But some of these teams kind of don't understand that. Like, they might have you practicing 2 times a day and have you practicing, and it's not like first practice is like a walkthrough, easy light practice. You might actually like practice hard from 10 to 12, and then have to pull back up at practice and practice hard again from 5 to 7. So like, you can't even, if you have a city that's pretty decent, like an hour and a half, 2 hours away, you can't even go there because you're tired from practice. You come home, you just want to sleep, and then you got to get up and do the next thing the next day, bro. So it could get kind of exhausting your first few years, because sometimes, man, a lot of teams, they don't really care about your resume, bro. Like, you got to prove it in Europe, because basketball is so differently played in the States than it is in Europe, bro. Like pick and roll coverages are different. The way they space the floor is different. They don't have 3 seconds in the key like the NBA does. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of teams play a lot slower. And there's really not much one-on-one like there is in the NBA. You know, like if you score, I remember when I was in Israel, we were going through film and we were going over another team, and the coach was like, okay, guys, this guy right here, he's a big time scorer. He does this, he does that, he does this. It get to the end of the clip, they show us stats. He's averaging 8 points a game, and he's considered a big time scorer. And then, but the thing is, that's like 8 points is decent for overseas, because if you score like this last season in Italy, I averaged 16 points a game, and that's like a lot, bro. Like I'm not trying to toot my own horn, but 16 overseas is a lot. And
Go ahead.
Appreciate
Brag all
it,
you want, man. That's all right.
but yeah, if you average like 12 points, bro, you're killing, bro. So, but like I'll never forget this. Like I was in Lithuania averaging, I think, like 14, 15 points. And one of my friends from back home was like, hey, yo, Ike, how the season going? What are your numbers looking like? I was like, my numbers are cool. I think right now I'm averaging like 14-4. He was like, 14-4? I was like, oh, here we go. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got to explain some of the differences. I'm not even trying to do that, bro. Like, it's like, it is what it is. People in the States really don't understand how different things are over here. But like I say, bro, like, it is what it is. Just got to deal with it. Just got to deal with it.
Ike, how's the where you're at right now? I know you, for the people that don't know, you're in the ACB, which is obviously considered the best league outside of the NBA, and pretty much some of the best players in the NBA came from the ACB. So how's your experience there so far? How's the city there? How's Spain? All that?
Man, it's lit, bro. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I got a cool apartment, bro. I got a 3-bedroom apartment, nice little balcony. I come out and eat breakfast on. It's sunny out here, bro. I really got no complaints. Marc Gasol he played on the team last year, but now he's like a part-time owner, I'm pretty sure. And he makes sure like we just get taken care of. Like as soon as I got here, actually before, when they were recruiting me to come here, I had a talk with the GM, Zoom call. And he had told me, was like, he was like, Ike, what was your schedule like in Italy when you were there? I was like, we practiced like 2 times a week. We practiced 2 times a day, maybe like 3-4 times a week. And game days only one thing like that. He's like, okay, Ike, over here, only gonna practice one time a day. We really believe that you guys need to have a life outside of basketball. And I was like, whoa. That was like a shock to me. I've never in my life heard that, especially from a GM overseas. So then he was like, and then I got here, he's giving me a tour of the arena, and he's like, look, like we have practice at 10. You get here, we have practice at 10. They have breakfast for us. After practice, they have lunch for us. He's just telling me like to make sure that the only problem I should ever have is basketball. Like anything else, like the team will take care of. And that was just like a breath of fresh air. So yeah, bro, it's been good, man. It's been real good. I've been here for I think a little over 2 weeks, and things have been good. The weather out here is nice. It's similar to California. So yeah, bro, I got no complaints. And our coach is cool. He wants us to play extremely fast, and he's extremely detailed, which I appreciate. Because when you're not detailed, there's room for interpretation. And I hate when there's like room for interpretation. Like everyone should know what their roles are, what they gotta do in this situation, that situation. And he's extremely detailed with that. So yeah, bro, it's been smooth.
Super dope.
That's dope.
So obviously,
go ahead, Tom. Sorry.
I was gonna say, obviously, it sounds like you're in a great spot right now. I was curious, before you landed in Spain, like talking about that life outside of basketball, because it sounds like you've been all over the place. Like, what's been your favorite city you've just been able to live in, or even
favorite
place?
City? Man, my favorite city is probably Treviso, Italy. But it was because Italy is a beautiful country. The food, amazing, bro. Like best food in the world, honestly. Yeah, you could legit like be blindfolded, walk into a restaurant, you're gonna get good food, bro. Like That's how it is in Italy. But Treviso, it was nice and clean. It wasn't like the biggest city, but like I said, it was nice and clean and stuff like that. Before this place, like I knew immediately once I got here, this was gonna be like the best city, bro.
Yeah.
Like I'm an hour away from Barcelona, and that's like, and Barcelona is legit like one of the best cities in the world. So, but before this, yeah, Treviso, Italy
Sure.
was the best city. But yeah, but now it's for sure here.
Yeah. Sounds like it.
So kind of to tie everything together, right? And then we can kind of move to the other stuff we want to talk about. I obviously, you know, we talk about the walk-on mentality and things like that, and I think being resilient and your brand that you're kind of blowing up right now, just keep going. Obviously, that has allowed you to get to where you're at now, right? Where like the city you're in now is the best place you've been, and if you wouldn't have been through all the stuff that you've been through, you may not have made it there. And so, what is, as far as your brand, and you can talk about it and take it wherever you want, but you know, what sparked you to start the brand? What's the ethos behind the brand and all that stuff for the people that don't know?
Yeah, so for everyone that doesn't know, I have an older cousin named Chinda Mez. He man, this dude does everything. He professional soccer player, and the thing about Chinda, he's just extremely consistent. And for the past, I think 305 weeks, something like that, he's been making a beat a week. He taught himself how to make beats, and like you really could see the growth over the however many years that is, you know what I'm saying? And he would always get on me because Chinham, I think, is about 2.5, maybe 3 years older than me. He would always get on me and say, Ike, bro, people like you, bro. People rock with you. Like you need to be set, like you need to do something with your name. And I'm just like, all right, bro, like here we go again. He's gonna tell me like make some shirts, da 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 da. So then when I got to Israel, I was like, you know what? Like I'm gonna just no, actually, when I got cut from the US from the Nigerian national team and I started Just Keep Going, I was like, all right, like this is it. I'm really about to go full throttle with this. And I made my own Nigerian national team jersey. And then I kind of started really seeing how much fun I was having with it and how many people started gravitating towards it, you know? So like Just Keep Going was something, man, I've been saying to myself for so long. And I remember when I was in DC in the G League, because I went to Washington State and DeJounte Murray, he went to Washington and I played against him his freshman year and then he got drafted. And then when I was in DC, they played the Spurs. So like we knew each other from the times we played each other and stuff like that. So he's always been a cool dude. So then I seen him in the tunnel and he was like, yo, bro, what's good? How you doing? I was like, bro, I'm straight. Good to see you. You did your thing tonight. He was like, yeah, bro, appreciate it. Like, what you want now? I was like, oh, bro, I'm in the G with DC. He was like, oh, for sure. Just keep going, bro. Keep doing your thing. But by that time, I've already been saying this to myself, you know? So I was like, damn, I was dope that he said that because like when you see a guy you played against in the league and you play good against him, it's like, yeah, like I could do this. I could do the same thing, you know? And it's like inspiration. Basically, it's like my inspiration is telling me the same thing I'm telling myself. So then, so I knew like I have something here, you know. And then COVID happened, and then I ended up going to Cabo with some of the homies. And one of the dudes that was there was C Wood, and this was right when C Wood had just he just got on with Detroit and was killing. He was going crazy. So then he was in Cabo, and I had heard a story about when he was in China, he got cut, and then he was like kind of in limbo and didn't know what was going to happen. And then he kind of turned his career around. So then we're chilling one day, and I was like, hey, yo, C Wood, like, what was you telling yourself when you're going through everything? Like, what got you through? He was like, man, I just told myself, just keep going, bro. Like, can't stop now. So I was like, boom, that was another one. So then I kept telling myself this more and more each day. I started posting more about it. And then basically like the ethos of that, like it's just like, bro, like wherever you're at, whatever you're trying to do, it could be y'all with y'all podcast, it could be a lawyer, doctor, engineer, anybody with any type of goal. Like there's gonna be hard times, and through those hard times, you want to end up getting to your goal. So the only thing you can do at that point is just keep going, bro. Like JKG all the time, bro. Like so, even through the good times and the bad times, because it shit doesn't stop. Like you had a good day, like you had a fire workout, and you thought you was like killing and all that stuff. Okay, that's cool, bro. Just keep going. Like you gotta do the same thing tomorrow. You had a bad day, just keep going. You gotta show up tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? So that's really what I've been telling myself, and that's the message behind the brand. And seeing, and it's every day people starting to gravitate towards it. You know, like because it's like for me, like it's not even about like if people cared or not, because it's just like I was like, if people like the brand, cool. If people don't like the brand, whatever. Like I'm still going to rep it and say JKG all the time. But the fact that people love the message of the brand and love wearing the chains and love buying the merch, it's really dope to me, because it's like it comes from, like, it legit came from my heart and came from my mind, and then for me to put it out in the world and to gravitate to other people, it's just pretty dope.
Definitely. I think it's super dope. And
I think
it's a
that's probably
consistent
what,
message that, you know, we kind of harp on, and, you know,
Yeah.
I think that's kind of what Jared was, you know, going for there.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's why people gravitate towards it, because it is from the heart, and because everybody goes through stuff, and you like, you know, there's not one path for everybody, but the path is the same. If you look at like no matter what, whichever way, left, right, up, down, like there you go, be on a path one way or the other.
You're gonna be on a path, and you're gonna trip, you're gonna fall, you're gonna scrape your knee, but you're gonna have to get up and you're gonna have to keep walking, bro. You know, like, and the thing I really like about it is like, bro, you don't gotta sprint. You know what I'm saying? Like you can crawl damn near if you want to, bro, but you just gotta continue to move forward. You know, so that's pretty much it.
Nice.
Sweet.
Real.
When is the next drop, Ike, for all the people out there?
And for all the people wondering, so me and my boy Maurice Jordan, I brought him onto the brand in
MJ Productions?
MJ Productions, bro. So
he's a wedding photographer now, I think.
Shit, for the shit we about to come out, you gonna be like, yo, this is crazy. So me and Bo, I brought him on to JKG back in May, and since then the pace of the brand is getting crazy. Like we have so much stuff coming out. We got a render drop we're working on right now, but we got these hats coming out that are gonna be super fire for the people, and it's gonna be great quality at a reasonable price for everyone to cop. So that's all I'm gonna say about that. But everyone that's listening, follow the Just Keep Going Worldwide on Instagram, and be like Ike, be_like Ike, and turn your post notifications on, because when that shit drops, it's gonna be up, and then it could be gone very, very fast. So you gotta get it while you can.
There we go.
That's dope. That's love, man.
Need it all.
And what a perfect segue, man. What a perfect segue.
Yeah, let's get straight to it, man.
Into the starting five. Jared, I like the way you set that up. We have starting five clothing brands today. Starting five clothing brands.
Sure.
You know, we felt like it was perfect for Ike, and you know, Ike, we usually let the guests go first. I don't know if you want to rock first. If someone else wants to go first, I know Jared's been you know, chomping at the bit for this one, because you know he thinks he's got swag and style like that. But it's up to you if you want to go first. No, I didn't say anything. But
I go first.
You should see the swag that's about to walk up here right now.
I like that.
Hey, there you go.
CC, say hi. Can you tell Ike what you told me?
I found my purse.
Okay, but do you like his necklace?
Yeah, I like it.
You gotta say it loud.
I like it.
She likes your necklace.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much. You know,
CC certified.
Hey, I got.
That's how you know. That's how you know it's fire.
Sure. Thank you. I said thank you. That's so nice. Thank you. But my top 5 clothing brands.
Starting five, Ike. Starting five.
My starting 5 clothing brands. Number one, of course, Late Bloomer by Ike Iroegbu, my younger brother. I think where he's going with that is gonna be very special. So number one for sure, Late Bloomer. Number two, Honor the Gift by Russell Westbrook. Love his brand and the message behind that, and just how and the thing about these brands is like a lot of people have brands, but a lot of people aren't consistent. And seeing how consistent Russell Westbrook is with Honor the Gift is really truly like inspiring, because like he be having everyone in his stuff, like the whole NBA, and like his stuff is like quality as well. After that, brand scene, they're pretty cool. They have a lot of NBA guys in their stuff too. They come up with like the best like graphic tees, I would say, and they're really like quick. Like as soon as something happens, he's like making a graphic tee, boom. And then my fourth one would be my boy Obi Omegano. He's actually playing in the ACB. His brand is 1 by 1. His brand is really tough, and see someone. He also played with me on the national team, so to see someone I know run a brand the way he does is inspiring as well. And my fifth one would be Fear of God. I think Jerry Lorenzo does with Fear of God is pretty dope. And how he does his drops and how calculated he is pretty fire. So yeah, that'll be my top 5 for sure.
Good lineup. It's a good lineup. I like that. I feel like his is gonna be a lot more like personal than some of ours. I don't know. I might be wrong. Jared and Tommy, you might be calling me out.
Yeah, I might. Yeah,
you know this isn't my avenue, gentlemen.
I was gonna say he's in the industry. He knows his stuff.
I got the KI on right now though. Come on.
That's right.
Hey, there you go. That's fire. That's fire. I got caught.
Tom, you want to take it and run with it right now?
Do you want me to go? I mean,
yeah, Tom. We want to know what's in the closet.
My weak ass list. I'm not winning this week. That's for sure.
You never know.
All right, man. At the one. What would my list be without my own brand? Give me Tommy Hilfiger at the 1. I need Tommy Hilfiger at the 1. That's just true for what I do. All right. At the 2, I don't know if this is your guys' alley. Maybe it is, maybe it's not. But I find myself getting a lot of t-shirts from here. They got good plain tees. They got good shorts, good jeans. Give me H&M. I think they're just doing the right thing.
H&M, you could get some quality stuff from H&M for sure.
Get some quality stuff from H&M.
That's what you step out on, Tom. A little H&M fit.
$100 goes a lot of way in H&M, bro.
It goes a long way. See, yeah. I get it.
They need you to write their script right there. $100 goes a long way.
$100 go a long way, H&M, bro. When I was in Germany, they had an H&M legit like 5 minutes from my crib, bro. I was in there almost every other day buying stuff. It was crazy.
H&M is nice. H&M, they understand it. At the 3, when we originally cooked up that we were gonna do clothing brands, I was like, look, fellas, this is low key all I wear. I sent the fellas a picture of my full fit. I had straight Adidas on. Give me Adidas at the 3. I'm always rocking Adidas. They got good shorts, everything. Good quarter zips. I know Luke's a quarter zip guy. Give me Adidas at the 3. At the 4, I'm a plain white tee guy. All right. And where would I be without a Kirkland signature? Give me a Kirky sig. Give me Kirkland.
Yeah, that's all right. More. That's for you, bro.
That's my 4. And then at the 5, we'll get a little nicer here. I've got a couple of these. This is real quarter zip work right here. Give me Patagonia at the 5.
That's a good one.
Wow, I like that, Tom. Good really diversity in there.
Well, that's a Pocatello pick. He needed the Patagonia to stay warm.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely don't need that in El Dorado Hills, but
no.
Pocatello,
you need it in the cold
sure.
weather though. Sure.
I like it. I like that, man. You did a lot better than kind of what you hyped yourself up to be. So I liked it.
Yeah, bro.
Appreciate that. Appreciate that.
All right, Jay, you want me to go or you?
You can rock, and I can go last.
Okay.
I know we're not gonna have the same. I know where you're going here.
Yeah. So I'm my point guard. My point guard brand, is proven to do a lot for a lot of people. They're versatile. I sport this brand a lot. Link in the bio for 10% off. Give me Roback at my point guard. Shout out to Roback. Like I said, link in the bio, 10% off. My shooting guard. This is a brand that is someone else's brand as well, and I have a few of their pieces, and it's become some of my favorite clothing that I have. Give me Midnight Organic by Larry June. I think his
Facts.
brand is
Fire, bro.
yeah. I really like what he's doing, and I like that it's a he keeps his message that he does in his music, but you can rock the brand and not be a Larry June fan and it would still make sense. So I really like that. At the
Sick.
3, this is a brand that I've kind of gained some affinity with recently. I have a few more of their pieces. Give me New Balance. Shout out to Kawhi. Shout out to Jack Harlow. Give me
Wow.
New Balance at the 3.
550s go crazy.
Yeah, man. I got a couple pairs of New Balances, a few shirts now.
Yeah,
I'm really
sure.
liking what New Balance is doing.
Yeah, down the
At the 4, this was the brand, kept me warm when I was out there in Flagstaff. It's a real sturdy brand. I got North Face at the 4. I think North Face is a quality brand. They do a lot of things well. And at the 5, Jared, you knew this one was coming. You knew this one was coming. This is my personal branding that everyone knows. This is what I rock with. First team all cozy, undisputed. Give me UGG. Give me UGG at the 5.
bro. Facts. I had some
Yeah.
Uggs in college.
Yeah. Do you wear their clothes though? That's my question. You got
Yeah,
the
yeah.
slippers.
I would. I mean, look, I've been a avid UGG supporter.
You have.
and
You
Yeah,
have.
a
that's
lot
true.
of people can vouch for me in that.
I
that
know.
realm, so.
I'm vouching right now. I
Yeah, so
don't. Do you never wear slides? I don't see you wearing in slides ever. It's always Uggs.
It's just not the same experience, man. When you put your feet in the Uggs.
I told you, hey, Ike's the one that put UFOs, baby.
bro.
UFOs, man. Those are some real slides.
Bro, I can never go back. I want to get Crocs, the new Crocs with the little wavy pattern. Those look so tough to me, but I just know they just wouldn't be as comfortable as UFOs. And once you put your foot in UFOs, you
Never go
can't
back.
wear anything else, bro.
You
Like
can't
even
go
when I
back.
wear even when I wear when I go out and I wear like normal shoes, like some Nike Dunks or whatever, it's like I can only wear them for so long before my feet start to hurt, and I need to put my UFOs back on. You know what I'm saying? UFOs, they need to make more like stylish stuff, because then once they get into that lane, it's over, bro. Because crazy, bro. Everyone should have a pair
Yeah,
of UFOs.
you've been practicing your marketing, bro. I feel like these brands
Yeah,
should
this is
just be.
good.
But yeah, this is
They need to
crazy.
tap-
He's
they-
like,
they still need
I
to
wear my
tap in.
dunks for 2 hours, can't feel my feet. I gotta go home and throw my UFOs.
Bro, they need to tap in for me for sure, because I'll be putting a lot of people on like you got them. I think
Yeah.
Sean was Sean had tried them on right before I left. Most of my boy Zach Chappelle has a pair. Like
Yeah, my father-in-law started wearing them, and I wore his one day. I'm like, oh, I'm never going back. Why do I have Nike
man,
slides?
for sure. People gotta tap in for
So
sure.
I gotta get these, is what I'm hearing.
Oh my gosh, they either have I wear the thong sandal ones, but they have the regular slides,
Well,
and
the regular side ones are perfect.
Say
bro.
less.
Yeah.
So, all right, man, it's that time. It's that time. Okay,
We know what's coming, man. We already know what's coming, man.
So for my PG, my favorite PG, shout out my man Wes Rap, man. He has Lost Souls. That's my point guard. He's got all kinds, super diverse. Dude out of Arizona. He's doing it right with his brand. So give me Lost Souls at the point guard. That's my PG right there. Shooting guard. I just gotta go with somebody that makes shots, man. Bucket getter. Every time I walk in the store, I'm walking out with something. And Luke's shaking his head and he knows, but it's a guarantee. Give me Lulu, man. They call me the Lulu God for a reason.
You call yourself the Lulu God.
They, I don't know who they is. It's a
Ike,
very
no one calls him
abstract
the
they,
Lulu God. He
but
calls
I
himself
am the Lulu God.
Are you the Lulu guy?
Self-proclaimed.
No, the God. Lulu God. G-O-D. Lowercase G.
Proclaimed.
I'm hella weak. That's funny.
Oh,
All right.
God.
Okay. All right. Let's get back on track. All right. Now, small forward. I need someone with some diversity, maybe someone with a little bit more class. So I'm going to go a little higher echelon brand, something I don't have a lot of, but when I buy it, it's really going to serve its utility. So give me Burberry. Burberry at the small forward.
Deep
Good
Pockets
pick.
Waters
Yeah,
back at
yeah.
it again.
Yeah, you see me. Yeah. Well, if I have a golf simulator, I should be able to afford some
Yeah,
Burberry.
exactly.
That's all I'm saying.
That's true. It's very true.
Okay. It's crazy in here right now. At my power forward, I would be remiss if I didn't have this brand in my list. You know, they served me for a long time in my life, and I feel like I can't leave them off. So give me Nike, the power forward, real athletic four. He's going to keep, block shots, get dunks, get out there, play defense. And if I need to dress it up a little bit, I'm going to dress it up.
Yeah.
Now at the center. Yeah, just like that. At the center. Okay. This is a brand that I just got into as of the last couple of years.
Yep. There we go.
This is a brand I got into last couple of years. Do some editing on that one, Luke. It gets me a nice button up. I'll go in, they'll get all my sizes right, and then I can go online and pick what I want. But really, where they really sold it for me was their golf attire. And I'm all about good golf attire these days. So give me Bonobos for all your golf and dress needs. Yeah. Bonobos. They send it right to your house. You don't buy anything in the store. It's money.
Fire.
Yeah.
Fire. That's what's up.
All
Walk on, Big Jared.
Walk on. I'm going to try to get this out before that keeps going.
Yeah, man.
So there's not a lot of merch for this brand yet, but this brand is up and coming. There's a lot of demand, but that keeps the demand high when you keep the supply low.
Facts. 100%.
So I'm going to go with KI Hoops Unlimited.
Okay.
Get your merch soon whenever it drops. You just don't know when it's going to drop.
These hoodies are great. These hoodies are great.
It only drops once every couple years, so it's like you got to make sure you get in line, get on the waiting list.
You got to get it while you can, bro.
Yeah, once every couple years. Is it just your KI logo for that, or you got a brand logo?
We got that logo. Right. We got the Tom logo.
Yeah, just make sure you send me whatever one for the graphic.
We got the inspirational stuff on the side.
Yeah. Quality stuff over there.
Discipline.
You design it yourself, Jared?
I do, yeah. Myself, and I have a team, but I kind of head the design team, and then I, delegate. I'm good at delegating.
Me too.
That's crazy. All right, my walk-on pick here. This is a brand that I think it's very niche, but what they do at such a high level, and you're going to pay the price. You're going to pay the price for this quality piece of apparel that you're going to get from them. But I got a pair of these when I want to say for Christmas a few years back, and ever since I put my foot in a pair of Bombas socks, I've never wanted to wear another pair of socks again. So give me Bombas socks. I'm telling you, these are special socks.
That's a great pick. Great pick. I'm
Good
a big
pick,
Bombas guy. You can get them at Nordstrom's now. You used to only be able to get them online.
No, exactly. They're at like Dick's Sporting Goods and stuff now too. But yeah, I've been on them for years. Great golf sock.
That's awesome, Luke. My walk-on pick, man, it's real simple. We know who I ride for on this podcast. Big time Warriors fan here. And I got to include my guys. I found them on Twitter, and they just produced the best graphic tees out. All my cool Warriors stuff that I've got comes from Warriors World. All right, give me Warriors World. They got a great clothing brand, good Twitter following. I guess it's called X now, but they're doing well for themselves through all the stuff they sell. Got you.
My walk-on pick, man. I just had a 5. I ain't had no 6, man. Does it have to be a clothing brand, or can it be just a brand?
We're gonna let you rock.
Rubber band lines, yeah. You can do what you gotta do.
Yeah. This is something. This is
in
something
true JKG fashion, man. Just
facts. This is something that I feel every athlete, especially overseas, should have. But a brand I really like is Hyper Ice, and they have like the massage guns and the boots to put over your legs and the hips things to put over your hips to really take the soreness out. And it's a brand I really like because it's stuff you can do to help your body move and feel better on your own, and you don't need to have like a trainer and stuff. Because sometimes in some of these places, your trainer might not all be that great. Where I'm at here, the trainers are fantastic, but in some places you might not really have the trainings that you need and the physio people that you need. So to have things that you could do at home to help your body perform, help your body be at the best so you can perform your best, I think Hyperice is a really good brand and people should look into. Their stuff is pricey though, but it is an investment. And once you make that investment, I'm sure you'll be extremely satisfied. So for sure.
Like it.
Yeah, bro. Your marketing, you
Yeah,
must have got a
that's
marketing degree.
Oh my goodness.
Nice,
We need to take notes.
We really do.
Yeah. You can run marketing for the podcast. Like,
Hey, I got y'all, bro. Any snippets and stuff? Just tell me what I need to say.
Jared.
and so me and Ike have actually had these conversations. Ike this summer was real avid at the range. Ike is trying to get
Really?
his golf game right. Yeah.
Yeah.
We got to get him a glove. I owe you a glove. He was out there with no glove.
Yeah, I gotta get right because
Yeah.
I'm about that age, bro. It's like the best deals are done on the golf course, bro. So I'm trying to
That's
be a part
right.
of those deals. So I gotta get my swing right because I don't even gotta be great. I can't be trash. So
Yeah.
and right now I'm not as trash as I was. Well, I'm still not, I'm still not decent yet. So once I get decent, then I'm gonna feel confident to really go on like a range and do like a 9-hole or 16, whatever, 18, whatever it's called. Cause I haven't even gone on those. I just go on the range and just as long as I make where I'm at right now, as long as I make contact with the ball, I'm cool. That's where I'm at. I'm not even trying to worry.
That's where it starts, man.
I'm not really trying to worry about the direction or anything like that.
Yeah.
I just want to see the ball fly, and I'm just like, oh yeah, I really did that, and then do it again. But nah, it's cool though. It's cool. I'm starting to have fun with it because I'm starting to get better and better, of course. So, but yeah, next summer I really plan on really putting in the time to really up my game and stuff like that.
Well, I got some great advice for you. We talked about it a little bit before, but we've been talking about brands and, my golf threads are always looking tight. My 50 chips are tiled every single night. My scorecard won't always be right, but on my on-course swag is Tiger height.
Wow.
That was poetic today, man.
Jared the poet back at it, man.
Yeah, man, that's some
That's
good,
some good advice for you.
There you go.
Oh man. All right, fellas. Ike, bro, thank you so much for
Thank you, Ike. We
working with
appreciate
us and
you.
coming on.
Yeah, I got y'all, man. This was a great time, bro. Appreciate y'all for having me.
Yeah, this was a great episode. Drop some gems. Go ahead,
keep going. I was just gonna just keep going, man.
Yeah, AKG, man. That's all we can do. That's all we can do.
Everybody listening, go tap in with Ike. Go tap in with JKG, the brand. Just keep going. Hopefully the drop comes soon so we can all get it. You know what it is, man.
Tap in. It's good. Appreciate y'all, bro.
As always, these are your favorite walk-ons. We're walking out.